Hi everyone, it's Chris here again. So we're going to go through and show you how you use the JFJ Easy Pro. So we've got two games here. We've got one that's got light scratches, so we show you how you deal with the light scratches. And we've got one here that's got some quite heavy scratches. So I'll try and show you the best I can the discs, and that can be quite hard to see in the camera. So this is Left 4 Dead 2 on a 360. It's got lots of, and it's quite hard to see, it's lots of little faint scratches all over. There's nothing too deep. So for this, we're just going to use the compound and we're going to use the buffering pad. And afterwards, we're going to show you what to do with the deeper scratches. So pretty straightforward. So this is the one with all the lots of little scratches. So what you need to do is unscrew this at the top. Pop on your disc. And then this nut just holds it in place. Stops it dragging around all the place. So you don't need to do it super tight, just finger tight. What we're going to get now is the buffering pad. So there's one for the blue compound, there's one for the white compound. We're just using the white compound at the moment. So the buffering pad, it sticks on the bottom there, it's Velcro. So you just pop it in, it just goes in place. Now you use a little bit of the white compound. A few videos say put the compound all over. But a few things that I've seen, it just says you want a little line of it just where the disc actually touches the buffering pad. So you need a tiny little bit there, just make sure you get all along. And so this one, because it's light scratches, we're going to put it on for 2 minutes. So just push down the lid till it clicks. All the timings are there on the front, so 10 seconds, 20 seconds, we'll get to them later on. 1 minute and 2 minutes, so we're going to do 2 minutes. So while that's going there now, this is the soft sandpaper. There is a more coarse one, which is for ones with really deep scratches. We haven't come across anything like that yet, but when we do, we'll use the coarse one maybe first, or try this one, the soft one, and see how we get on with that. And if the scratches just aren't coming out, then we use the more coarse one. So this one is when, like I said before, so the deeper scratches on there and stuff. So it's just really a judgment call. We'll put this through for 2 minutes. We'll clean it off and see how it is. If there are some really deeper scratches, then we'll look at possibly using the fine sandpaper. So that's going through now, it's doing its magic. So like I said before, with when you're putting the dots of compound all over the thing, they're just shooting off everywhere. So you notice as well, if you just put them on where the disc is actually touching, it stops all the compound going everywhere, so you're not losing as much. Obviously, compound costs money. Obviously you want to clean the discs as cheap as possible, but you do want to get them cleaned. So I've noticed, as I've seen from a few different YouTube videos, if you just put it on the contact point where the disc touches the buffering pad, it doesn't shoot out everywhere, you don't lose loads of the compound. So like I say, we're only using the white one at the moment. The blue one is to make it more shiny and get a nicer finish on it as well, but I've done maybe half a dozen discs so far. A couple of them have just used the buffering pad, and a few other ones had some nasty scratches when we've used the sandpaper. So we're going to, next up, obviously we're going to do Underground 2. We're going to give that a really good, with the sandpaper, the coarse sandpaper first, and then we'll have a look and then use the second stage as well, which is obviously the buffering. So sanding it first, then buffering. But this is going through now, so we're running for 2 minutes. Let it run through its course. Like I say, really happy. I've been after this for a little while. Super happy that I managed to get a unit, and it's doing the trick really well. So that's the 2 minutes up. So we'll take a look. Set a disc off. So one thing I've noticed in a couple of videos as well, which I'll just grab. It's a few people have said to get the compound off the disc, just give it a little spray of water. So my partner had this water bottle, which I've now borrowed. Just a little spray of water. It's to stop the compound getting inside your console. You don't want to leave any marks on there as well. So you just give it a nice little buffer up. Just give it a nice clean as well. Don't forget the other side as well, so the compound can get on the other side. So this is the cloth that comes with it as well. So we're just going to give it a clean up, see how we are. Don't know if you can see there. Maybe one tiny little light scratch, but nothing up. It's come up really well. If you open this or you get this game in the post, buying a game, you would be super happy. It's near mint condition. There's one very faint, which we could get out with the buffering, but I'm going to jump onto the other game now. So I'm happy with that. That's another game saved from the bin, which is where it would have gone if I couldn't save the scratches. So now we're going to jump over. So like I say, it's velcroed on. So we're going to just pop that down there. And this is a 2-stage. So it goes, like I said, this is coarse sand, the light sandpaper. Just goes on there. Okay, so this is the disc. Don't know if you can see that there. There's a massive scratch there. There's some really big scratches around there as well. That's really a quite bad scratch. So the point in the game may load, but I don't think you're going to get past 5 minutes. So that's really, that game would be unsellable normally. And it's a really good game as well. So that's in there. Screw the white nut on. Again, finger tight. So this one, you don't put any solution on there at all. It's just the light sandpaper. People say 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I like to run it for 10 seconds. So that's what before. So 1 minute, 2 minutes is the buffering, and the 10 seconds and 20 seconds is the sanding. So we'll do a light sand now. We'll see how we get on. I'll see if I can notice any scratches through there. So what it does, it takes off the top, very fine top layer on top. Because all the data itself is saved. It's inside the disc. It's quite deep inside. So this is just taking a very fine layer off. So as you can see, well, you might not be able to see it, so just basically a very fine sanding all over the disc, just to take the top layer off all the scratches. So we'll think this is good. So what we'll do now, take out the sandpaper, put in the buffering pad, put the screw back on, just make sure it's flat and it's true on there as well. Like I said before, finger tight. So we're putting the solution on again. And we're going to run it for 2 minutes. So that's it running there. Like I said before, so there are different pads that you need to get for GameCube games. What I'm going to do once I've gone through everything, I want to see how many GameCube games I actually have and whether it's worth purchasing them. They're about 35 quid, so eventually, with the massive job lot of games I got from the shop in Inverness, there is quite a lot of GameCube games there, so it'd be good to get them all cleaned up. There's some run-of-the-mill ones and there's some expensive ones as well, so we'll get them through. I mean, it makes a noise, not terrible. Every time it will start to shake a little bit more. Like I said, I've been after one of these for ages. I even looked at a few other disc cheaper versions and there was nothing really, it was really difficult to get hold of. I contacted someone that had one of the JFJ Easy Pros in America. He said you can get the UK adapting ones, but it was difficult and it was a month waiting. So I was super happy when this came back in stock. So let's have a look. So from the very scratched, unplayable disc, let's see what we've got now. So it's got the buffering. Don't forget, if it's not good after the first time, you can always run it through again. You can keep running it through. A little bit of water on there. Super handy cloth. We'll give it a good wipe. So like I say, always as well, when I bought this lot of games, I knew there would be a lot that would probably be scratched as well. So I always had this in mind going forward. So there we have it. Very faint. I mean, you have to really look for it, but there's a very faint little scratch there. So this is really well. So this is the JFJ Easy Pro. It's definitely a big thumbs up for me. It's going to save me not only money and time, it's going to also save throwing away loads of games which otherwise wouldn't have been savable. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.